Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm a Minadel, aka Green Grow Guy. Alright, and with that being said, welcome back. And if you are brand new, welcome. You know what I mean? I'm a Philadelphia urban farmer showing you guys how to grow stuff anywhere you live through alternative growing methods, alright? So today I got a big agenda, but before we get into this agenda, y'all, we going to big shout out to the weather. Okay, big difference from some of my last videos where you saw the smoke coming out, and I'm like, I'm out here shivering. Can y'all please watch this? Cause I'm shivering to bring content. Like, you know what I mean? But today, I'm still doing the same thing, bringing content to y'all, but it's much better conditions. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even though, you know what I mean, the conditions were bad, I still made a lot of progress with those conditions, so I'm happy with that too. So today, I'm gonna be able to make a heck of a lot of progress, and you know we're gonna have like a nice next couple days. So by then I should have everything set up. So I'm like hypey hype hype hype. But today what we're gonna do is fill one of the grow beds up. I went to Home Depot early this morning with my wife, and we had grabbed 2 blueberry plants. We're gonna plant them things down today. And probably I'm gonna finish the fence for sure. I'm gonna get all that dirt out of the polycarbonate house finally, because I'm gonna actually have the rest of this cleaned up today. I know that much because there's not much to clean up, so I can give y'all a. It looks way worse than what it is, but it's not bad, y'all. I can probably clean this up in about an hour and a half. So one of the things I want to do, and we're gonna get into this, y'all. When we get to this section, you see right there, it was a back right here that I just decided to reuse my materials. And as you see, I got some OSB board up. I framed it up with some recycled 2x4 from the chicken coop. All right, and I'm gonna put that 2x4 up, probably paint it a real nice sealable color, you know, seal it so it doesn't get all weather beaten. Okay, and then after I do that, I'm going to do some vertical growing on that, and I'm gonna really y'all wait till y'all get into it. All right, so I definitely want to get that done today. You know what I'm saying? Because it will allow me to go to the next phase along with getting these blueberries in. I'll also bore some really nice rocks. Y'all know how I like my rocks because it really protects your plants. That's why I like it so much. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to throw some phosphate and some bone meal into this garden bed you're looking at right now, guys. And that would be the reason why I'm doing that is to help it root with the phosphate. Okay, and the springtime's coming, so I'm gonna throw some nitrogen in it, help the leaves, help the foliage. Okay, so that's where I'm going with it. Now the potassium I'm gonna hold off until it begins to flower and things like that, and then I'm gonna switch up and give it a little more potassium than everything else. All right, but you know, as we go along, we learn and we talk about it. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna set this camera down and get jiggy jiggy jiggy. Okay, guys, so I pretty much prepped the bed where I want to put the blueberries. And this is a lot different from last year, if you guys remember my last setup. If you guys don't, go back and watch the videos. I had these grow beds, both of them, inside of the polycarbonate house. This year, I'm possibly going to put one in there because one is definitely going to be outside of the polycarbonate house because I don't like the way blueberries grow in there. It doesn't matter. It's too much moisture. I would leave the polycarbonate house completely open and my blueberries would still get some kind of fungus. So because of that, you know what I mean? I decided to move it outside. And with moving it outside, I'm hoping the blueberries will flourish. the blueberry bush that I grew from a little stem, it's still alive. I'm going to put it next to the grow bed of blueberries, because you do need multiple blueberry bushes to get the maximum yield out of your blueberry bushes. So that would make 3. I know for sure these 2 that I got today are going to give me blueberries. The blueberry that I created, it should give me blueberries this year. So I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed with that. But I do want to, once it begins to flower again, I would like to maybe propagate it one more time to make it a little fuller. But other than that, I'm sure it'll do fairly decent. And over the course of time, even if I don't repropagate it, guys, it'll begin to grow hardy and do the things I want. The foliage, I'll be able to train it a little better. It'll sprout new stems all the time. So if you have a blueberry bush and it's like rather thin, just in the off season, just don't prune it super hard. You know what I mean? And let those things mature. Those little stems mature. Now that may slow down your blueberry production, but eventually it'll pay off. Okay, because then you'll have more opportunity for blueberries because you have more stems. Okay, so with that all being said, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna show you guys the blueberries that I got today, this morning from the Home Depot. Now they were a great price, y'all. They was $12.98. Okay, and they got some buds already blooming on them. Okay, these are gonna do something. These are gonna do something. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna turn around and show y'all. I know y'all can see. And I like them because they're like stout, like dwarf size. You know what I'm saying? Because they're high yielding. That tells me, them being high yielding tells me a lot. Like this is going to be a shorter blueberry bush, or has a capacity to be a smaller blueberry bush, but still give a high yield. So I wouldn't feel probably as cautious to like cut it down, because I can just tell by the stature of the actual bush. They look great. Don't they look great, guys? Don't they look great? Here, let me see if I look at them. These look great. Look at all of the foliage that's about to come in on these. Another thing, guys, I want to go out front and show you guys what the fruit cocktail tree is doing, because I bet you after these series of warm days, probably 2 weeks of warm days, that thing is going to just pop. You know what I mean? I have to go out there today and treat everything anyway, give everything some nitrogen. It's that time of year, guys. I'm so excited. But let me get these blueberries into the ground. Let me show you guys these holes before I do that. Sometimes this is why your plants might be dying, y'all. Okay? Your plants might be dying because of this. Because your hole number 1 isn't big enough. Okay? So you want to make sure, and I'm going to give you a real, and cleaned out rather well. It doesn't have to be packed or anything like that. Sorry if you couldn't see. All right? But you want a nice big circular hole. You don't want to dig and it cones in, because you're going to suffocate the actual plant. What you typically want is it to be almost double the size, so therefore you can sit it in the center and it's like an equal amount of space all the way around. Okay, so to me this is perfect. The height of this is perfect, so I'm going to zoom into the height. Now the height is relatively like right here, because it's not all the way filled up on the pot. So when I set these in, okay, I'll still have some of it sitting above the soil. I'm putting rocks in here today, guys. Matter of fact, I might have to put some more in to be satisfied, because I'm putting rocks in as a protection. Y'all know I'm addicted to these rocks, and right now at the Home Depot, go up to this Home Depot. Now they don't got all their plants out. They do got trees. They do have like shrubs and stuff like that, fruit trees and things. Bare root. I also had grabbed some strawberries while I was up there, the bare roots, because I can just plant them now and have some in like a month and a half. So yeah, definitely go up there, guys. They got some good stuff. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is take it out the pot, kind of fluff up the bottom so it's not like, formed into the square it was in. Make sure it's the right elevation. You know what I mean? Because keep in mind, I'm going to put in rocks, and these rocks are going to be about 2 inches, inch and a half. So I don't want to bury my blueberry bush. I want the rocks to go right under the stem of the blueberry bush. And you guys are going to see once everything is done. All right? Okay, y'all. So I'm about to take this head off. Because I am, you know what I mean? Once it gets above like 50 and you're out here, hoodie on, you're moving around pretty steady, you'll heat up and you'll want to take a layer off before you start sweating too bad, which is what I just did. All right, so let me show you this progress. I'm hype. All right, so here goes my blueberry that I propagated myself. Now, don't laugh at it, y'all, because I do have to prune it. Like, you would prune this off, which I still have to do. But I have to do it today because I can see that it's about to bud. You know what I mean? It's like right there. If I need to do it now, I should already did it. But here's the finished product, y'all. There go the 2 blueberries that are in there. Now my blueberries are together. This one will grow a lot more right here because for a long time it was by itself. So now that it has buddies, it should be doing this big one. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is spray these with neem oil. Everything that's getting planted gets sprayed with neem oil, especially the stuff that I'm bringing in from the outside. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, I showed in a few videos back last year. Neem oil is something that I use. It's an organic, pesticide. You can spray it right now. And I always recommend that people actually do it when they bring stuff home from other nurseries. You don't know what happened in transport. Okay. With that being said, the last step that I'm going to do as far as these blueberries right now is put the decorative rock in. This is about to look good. So it's called egg rock. I got it from Home Depot. It cost me $6.98 a bag. So I did get 3 bags of it. I want to see how it spreads. You know what I mean? I don't need anything immensely thick. I just need it heavy enough so like pests, mice, rats, cats, they're not, using my soil and making a home. So I'm going to set you guys down and start throwing these rocks in. And then at the end, I want you guys to tell me what you think about this setup right here. That's about to be Blueberry Village. Okay, everybody, ta-da, ta-ta-ta, ta-da. Okay, tell me what y'all think. I didn't expect to put rocks in here because I didn't think that I didn't realize to do this until I got back and I already put the rocks. But how does this look, guys? Doesn't it look fantastico? Look at the blueberries. Yes, the rocks liven it up, right? Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Y'all like this? I love the rock thing. I am going to go get another bag of it, though, because I want it to be a little fuller than what it is in certain areas. But that's a good buy. That was a good buy because $18 will fill it for me. $20. Like, you know what I mean? But it's worth it to me because I like the decoration. What do you guys think? All right. Well, I hope you guys like it because I definitely love it. And as always, I want to thank y'all for coming and check me out. And I will see y'all next time.